Bedfordshire Ballad. IV. By Edward Woodley Bowling Home. Sweet home. I'm a Bedfordshire chap, and Bill Stumps is my name. And to tell it don't give me no manner of shame. For a man as works honest and hard for his livin', when he tells you his name, needn't feel no misgivin'. And works is what I live by. At dawn o' the day, while some folks is snorin', I'm up and away. When I stops for my Bavor, twould do your heart good, to see how I relish the taste o' my food. I'm fond o' my hoein, and ploughin, and drill, and my hosses all knows me and works with a will. I'm fond o' my chinin, and thackin and drainin, for when work's to be done, taint no use a complainin'. I whistles a tune if the mornins be dark. When I goes home o' nights, I sing sweet as a lark. And you'll travel some distance afore you can find a chap more contented and happy in mind. And I'll tell ye the reason. I've got a good wife, the joy o' my heart, and the pride o' my life. She ain't made o' gold, nor ain't much o' a beauty, but she's allers a tryin' to do of her duty. And a tidier home there ain't none in the town than mine and my Polly's. I'll lay you a crown. If it ain't quite a palace, I'm sure 'tis as clean. And I'm king o' my cottage, and Polly's the queen. But things wasn't allers as lively as now. There's 30 good years since I fust went to plough. I wore then but a lad, and a badoon, I fear, just a trifle too partial to baccy and beer. So my maester he very soon gone me the sack, and my faither he gone me the stick to my back. But I cared for his bangins and blows not a rap. I wore sich a queer unaccountable chap. To make a long story as short as I can, when I'd done as a boy, I became a young man. And, as happens to most men at that time o' life, I axed a young ooman if she'd be my wife. And pole she consented. Oh, how my heart beat, when she gone me her hand, smilin' wonderful sweet. I could hear my heart beatin', just like a church bell, till I thought as my weskit, you'd bust pretty well. But weren't I main happy, and well nigh a crazy, when I heard her say, yes, blushin' sweet as a daisy. We was axed in the church, no one dared to say nay, so the rector he spliced us, one fine summer day. My pole wore a steady young gal, and a good un for washin', and scrubbin', and makin' a puddin'. Not one o' them gossiping gals, what I hate, but a quietish ooman, brains in her pate. But soom how or other things didn't go right. There wasn't atwixt us no manner o' spite. But I stayed out o' Saturdays nights, and I fear spent more nor I'd ought on my baccy and beer. And pole she looked sadly, but didn't say naught. She was one as you'd allers say less than she thought. But I knowed what she thought, so a cloud kind o' come, and darkened the sun as once shone in our home. But it come to a pass 'twas the 5th o' November, the day and the year I shall allers remember. 'Twas midnight and past when I come to my door, scarce able to stan, well, I won't say no more. Next mornin' my head it wore well nigh a splittin', and I staggered and staggered, as weak as a kitten. But the vust of it all wore the dressin' I got from Polly. Oh, weren't it main spicy and hot? What she said I won't tell you, but you married men, as knows what it is to be pecked by a hen. What I means to guess pretty plainish, I'll find, when I tells you she gone me a bit of her mind. And now I'm as sober can be, and me and my pole, as we sits down to tea, don't care very far of an evenin' to roam. We're allers so jolly contented at home. I wears no blue ribbon outside o' my coat, for a pint o' good ale seems to freshen my throat. But offer me more and I'm bound to refuse it, for my pole's got a tongue, and her knows how to use it. So I takes just a pint, when there's coppers to spare. A pint your dinner ain't no great affair. But the time o' the day as suits Polly and me, is when we sits down of an evenin' to tea. For the young uns sits round us all smilin' and clean, and Sally knits stockings what's fit for the queen. Little Bill reads a book, and Jemima she sews, and how happy our home is the parish all knows. Now young men and maids, if ye'll listen to me, I'll give you some counsel all gratis and free. Young men, if you want to be happy in life, remember Bill Stumps, and look out for a wife. Not one o' them hussies is gossips and chatters, and is allers o' mindin' of other folks' matters, but one is, 'ull work, and be gentle and kind, and as knows when to gie you a bit of her mind. Young maids who are willing young wives to become, remember, the sweetest of places is home. But remember, no husband 'ull find his home sweet, if it ain't bright and cheerful, and tidy and neat. If all's of a mullock and dirty and dusty, when he pops home to dinner, he'll turn rather crusty. But be tidy, and careful in cookin' his grub, and, I'll bet what you like, he won't go to the pub. So send off the young'uns to school afore 9, and when they and Faither come home for to dine, don't gie 'em cold taters and bacon half fried, but a meal as 'ull cheer 'em and warm their inside. And don't let the children go roamin' o' night, but keep 'em at home for their Faither's delight. And I hope you may all be as happy and jolly, in your Bedfordshire homes, as Bill Stumps and his Polly. 1. Bedfordshire for luncheon.